Everyone, my name is Meryl Jones. I'm currently an intern in the educational department at the State Botanical Gardens, working towards making nature accessible. My staff mentors were Audrey, Cora, and Emery. And before I start my presentation, I just wanted to say thank you to my staff mentors for giving me such a supportive space to learn, grow, and implement my ideas. So a little bit about me. Throughout middle school and high school, I worked at Extra Special People where I had over 300 plus volunteer hours. I was a camp counselor for 2 years after high school during my college freshman year and sophomore year. And then I also ran a cooking class where I created activities. And then the photo is my only individual photo of working. Not only did participants get to try new things, so did I. Okay, and I also worked at Biddy and Beau's. This was a coffee shop that employed adults with disabilities, and I supported staff with accommodations. And then for a year last year, I was a companion to a young adult with a disability. We actually volunteered at Questival, I think last year, and we would, one of our goals every day was to go on a walk, either at Sandy Creek, but our favorite was always the Botanical Gardens. And then my college career, I'm an ecology major, and I'm also interning at the Botanical Gardens. So I just kind of wanted to give some background to give a better understanding of why I decided to combine my passion for working with adults and with people with disabilities and nature. I love nature. Okay. So accessibility in nature. As we all know, spending time in the outdoors and engaging in nature activities has been shown to improve mental health and sense of well-being. Public lands and educational outreach programming should be designed to be inclusive for everyone in our community. Some challenges that some people face in our community are mobility challenges, language, behavioral, and social stigma. With mobility, for people who use any type of mobility support, such as wheelchairs, canes, and any other support, trails can be an unwelcoming space due to uneven terrain, steep inclines, and further obstacles on the path. Language can be a barrier as well. Often informational signs assume that the public will be able to read and understand without taking into consideration disabilities such as dyslexia, blindness, etc. Additionally, educational outreach programming sometimes can overlook how participants can't easily absorb verbal information on the spot. Behavioral is another challenge. Nature centers host school groups where students who have challenges with attention, impulsivity, and other types of emotional regulation are overlooked when creating programming. Social stigma is my last challenge. Families may not take part in natural or nature programs because of the fear of their family member not being accepted in that environment. This information motivated me to start thinking about how to make nature educational outreach more accessible to all students in our community. Okay, so we decided to work on the Stream Ecology Lab. So we kind of determined that this was one of the programs that was a little more on the inaccessible side. If you look to the original route, there is, it's very rocky, there's a bridge, maybe some people can't access this. So what can we do? The goal of the Stream Ecology Lab is for students to explore a natural stream and make observations of the stream's health. The first challenge I considered was mobility. Instead of taking students to the stream where some students might not be able to participate, I thought about how can we bring the stream to our students. I did this by eliminating the inaccessibility of the trail down to the stream while still meeting educational objectives. The fix for the Ecology Stream Lab was a bucket of stream water and a sensory bucket presented to the students in the paved children's garden. So as we can see, there's the original route and then the adapted route. I think many of us have been to the children's garden. It's a very paved and flat surface, and there's some good shade, so it's very nice. All right, so the next I considered language and behavioral support within the programming. Most of the lesson was presented orally ability to listen and comprehend language in the moment. This visual supports provide concrete examples for students to be able to refer to when interacting or answering questions. Additionally, I created scripted questions within the lesson plan that the instructor can use to increase student engagement. For a student who is hesitant to answer an open-ended discussion question, the instructor can provide this either or visual for the student to use to participate. The example questions presented in the manual includes higher level as well as lower level concepts and just a very variety of different questions like yes or no, this or that, or either or. So by reducing these barriers, we provide more support for families and school groups, making them feel welcomed at the State Botanical Gardens. Thank you.